The whole custom vehicle industry was in disbelief when they opened Dave Kindig's garage. In addition to million-dollar machines, there was evidence of craftsmanship that went above and beyond what was expected in an industrial setting. All of this actually stemmed from the love of vehicles and the need to create something that didn't already exist. Prototypes and unpublished plans that had been kept secret for years were all authentic. This film reveals the reality about Kindig design, which would cause anyone to reconsider the American custom automobile market as a whole. I began in June of 1999. I was essentially successful in persuading my wife to allow me to leave my work and pursue my passion of drawing vehicles. Kindig Design was formally expanded by Dave Kindig during its initial years of hardship. The new building, located at 164 E Hill A in Salt Lake City, was around 2,000 square meters in size. After separating the assembly, paint, and fabrication departments inside, the workflow started to function like that of a professional company. In 2011, Dave submitted a patent application for recessed door handles, a little detail that fundamentally altered the feel of an automobile's body. The workshop's creative standing was confirmed when the patent was obtained 2 years later. In the introduction video, Dave briefly said, "Kindig, its patented smooth custom door handles available in chrome or bare metal, handcrafted with universal fit." These handles soon appeared on almost all his builds. They gave the body a perfectly flat surface with no gaps or bumps. From then on, the Kindig style could be recognized with a single touch. The technical team also expanded to mass-produce the part under its own standards. Alongside the engineering charity, Kindig oversaw all operations. She built the order management system, established supplier relationships, and controlled project costs. Their coordination kept the workshop stable even as it grew many times larger than in 1999. From 2006, Kindig Design began posting photos of the shop and its products on online platforms. An old caption reading, "We were a small but productive bunch," reflected the team's close-knit spirit. Throughout this period, the shop kept working continuously, producing many custom builds for clients inside and outside Utah. In 2013, Dave and his engineering team brought the 1940 Ford Coupe checkered past to Detroit. The car drew attention for its seamless lines and distinctive door handles. Later that same year, the shop also appeared at SEMA with a display model derived from it. When the patent was granted, Dave wrote on his personal page, "The excitement from receiving our U.S. patent on our smooth door handles is still lingering." The brief line revealed his pride in a product created entirely by himself and his team. It also marked the first true milestone for Kindig Design on the map of the American custom car industry. During the final years of this phase, the customer base grew steadily. The garage began taking full build projects instead of partial customizations. The paint spray and color matching systems were upgraded to meet the strict demands of high V-value classic cars. Growth came quietly but steadily. Dave focused on improving processes, designing a part storage layout, and expanding the technical crew. The operational structure was now complete from design and fabrication to paint assembly and delivery. By the end of 2013, Kindig Design was no longer a small workshop. It had become a respected brand invited to major events and recognized by industry media as a model of modern handcrafted customization. From a small garage with a handful of craftsmen, Dave Kindig began stepping into the spotlight. His appearance on television allowed the world of custom cars to witness for the first time how he turned metal into art. The doors of Kindig were about to open before millions of viewers above the garage door. Or on September 2, 2014, the show Bitchin' Rides premiered on the Velocity channel, opening the doors for viewers to step inside Dave Kindig's garage. No longer limited to still images, the entire process from sketching, disassembly, painting to final completion was captured with precision and clarity. From the very first episodes like Grandma's Ride Gets Revived in 1962 Corvette, audiences could clearly see the rhythm of work and the tight coordination among departments. Season 3 featured the massive Futureliner in 2017, while Season 6 recreated the restoration of the 1955 Mercedes Gullwing, a technical icon that few garages would dare to take on. In the first season, the camera swept across 6 divisions: design, fabrication, paint, assembly, electrical, and delivery. Every operation followed a precise sequence and the workspace was arranged like a finely tuned handcrafted production line. Viewers quickly understood why this Salt Lake City garage stood out in the world of custom cars. The show not only revealed how cars were built, but also expressed the spirit behind the work. The Kindig team appeared in every frame. Each person handling a specific task, understated, completely focused. From there, the image of the workshop spread widely, becoming a symbol of American craftsmanship. After the first season ended, Motor Trend reported a significant rise in Kindig Design's customer base. Contracts came from across the United States and even from Europe. In a 2017 interview, Dave said, "From sketching insects as a kid to building some of the most iconic custom cars in the world, I've always just wanted to make something truly one of a kind." That simple statement summed up his journey from a boy who loved drawing cars to the head of a brand recognized by the entire industry. It was also the spirit that the show conveyed, turning passion into mastery and a small workshop into a place of creation. During this period, Kindig Design expanded its team to over 20 members. Each person was trained to handle a specific stage in the process. The garage had evolved into a self-contained production model, with Dave personally overseeing every project before delivery. Broadcast numbers kept rising, and each following season maintained a steady viewership. And Rides became one of Motor Trend's most popular shows. It helped audiences understand that car customization was not just paint and metal, but a fusion of art and engineering. Images of Dave and his team walking through the different areas of the garage appeared in every episode like a ritual. The filming style was simple but authentic. Viewers not only witnessed the transformation of each car but also saw how people worked with passion and discipline. The success on television turned Kindig Design into a destination for manufacturers, artists, and collectors alike. Paint and parts brands began collaborating, showcasing their products on the show. This marked a turning point, giving the garage both fame and financial independence to continue expanding. By 2019, when Season 6 aired, the show had solidified its position in the global custom car television scene. Kindig Design not only represented American customization, but also redefined how automotive storytelling was brought to the screen. Dave Kindig's garage door was no longer a closed space between craftsman and metal. It had become a stage where technical precision, aesthetics, and the spirit of craftsmanship played together like a symphony. From that moment, the lights of television truly turned on, illuminating the journey that transformed a small Utah workshop into a globally recognized brand. The Carbon Secret. After his success on television, Dave Kindig set his sights on a bolder goal: to build the first car entirely of his own design, from the chassis to every line of the body. In 2021, the Kindig CF1 project officially began, opening a new chapter for the Salt Lake City garage. The CF1 featured a carbon fiber body weighing only about 130 kilograms, a total weight of 1.5 tons, and a 7.00 Lingfelter LS7 engine producing nearly 650 horsepower. Dave collaborated with Lingenfelter Performance Engineering and Doug's Performance Corvettes to complete the chassis and carbon bodywork. At the CF1 launch, Dave said, "I achieved my dream of building my first ground-up design car, the Kindig CF1, a carbon fiber-bodied V8-powered homage to the 1953 Corvette." The statement represented a significant turning point in the development of Kindig Design and mirrored his aim of turning imagination into mechanical form. Strict guidelines were followed during the manufacture of the CF1 in the garage. To guarantee perfect accuracy, the carbon fiber section was dust-proofed and fitted with a laser chassis measurement system. Even the paint was made in-house with a faint metallic tone to enhance the carbon surface's ability to reflect light. In 2021 and 2023, the initial 10 CF1 units were finished. Each was a standalone version that was tailored to the owner's requirements. While the 6-speed manual CF1000 was designed specifically for Jason Johnson, proprietor of Johnson's horsepowered garage, and debuted at the 2023 Win Concours, the Caviar Red CF10009 made its appearance at the Quail in 2023. Each CF1 had a little plaque on it that included the names of the technicians in charge of each step, honoring the creators. Internal test results showed an actual output of roughly 673 horsepower, which was more than the first reported amount. Dave and Lingenfelter's engineers regularly evaluated upgrades to the exhaust system and combustion chamber inside the garage. To guarantee that every CF1 maintained steady and balanced performance, each modification was checked on an internal dynamometer. When asked about the project's purpose, Dave once said, "The CF-1 is a tribute to the first Corvettes, but recreated with 21st century technology." The fusion of heritage and innovation became the foundation that made the CF-1 a true symbol of Kindig design. More than just a showpiece, the CF-1 carried strategic significance. It proved that Kindig could move beyond custom builds to become an independent manufacturer similar to Europe's coach builders. With the CF-1, Dave set a new milestone, transforming his brand from a handcrafted garage into a high-tech creative workshop. Experts began referring to Kindig design as a modern coach builder, a title reserved only for those capable of creating cars entirely from the ground up. After the CF-1 gained worldwide recognition, Dave continued to aim higher. In recent years, his garage has evolved into one of America's leading innovation centers. The world inside Kindig is about to be revealed. A place where every detail is guarded like a technological secret. Inside the world of Kindig, the year 2024 marked the 25th anniversary of Kindig design. The two-story 27000 QFT facility in Salt Lake City now resembled a compact production center. The upper floor housed the design and display areas, while below lay the technical workshop with a carbon fiber lab dino room and a paint line organized like a precision laboratory. In March 2024, the 1953 Corvette 12A Air built by Dave Kindig for Dave and Tracy Maxwell won the Riddler Award at the Detroit Auto AMA. Experts described it as inspired by F1 and IndyCar, but using only one horizontal spring. The award represented the highest honor in North America's custom car industry. 12 Air was more than just a winning project. It showcased the fusion of classic design and modern technology that Dave had pursued for years. The suspension system, engine, and chassis proportions were all newly engineered, proving the limitless creativity of Kindig design. After the Detroit Auto AMA victory, Dave brought 12 Air to SEMA in November of the same year. At the event, he also unveiled the CF-1 Roadster, a 1958 VW Bug, and a 1959 Porsche. On stage, Dave said, "We unveil our latest creation, the Riddler Award, winning 12 Air 1953 Chevy Corvette at SEMA 2024. The short, confident statement reflected his quiet pride. 12's appearance at SEMA solidified Kindig design's global standing. Industry magazines recognize Dave as one of the few capable of bringing concourse-level standards into real-world garage production. Images of the silver-white Corvette rotating under the exhibition lights spread across every media platform. Inside the garage, the personal display area drew special attention. Dave arranged the Porsche Panamera Snobrod, his father's 1957 Corvette, a 1967 Chevelle, a Ferrari 458, and Charity's Mercedes S550 in a softly lit space. Each car was polished and displayed as a milestone from different stages of his career. The basement of the garage remained the most private area. Their color samples, next-generation door handle prototypes, and unreleased concept parts were stored. It was where Dave tested materials, experimented with color combinations, and refined mechanical designs for upcoming projects. To celebrate the 25th anniversary, a special video was released. The camera followed Dave through each area, the carbon lab dino room, paint line, and design tables. He continued his habit of personally inspecting every car before delivery, a practice that had kept Kindig's quality consistent for over 2 decades. In a later interview, Dave said he had no plans to open new branches or start mass production. The entire philosophy of Kindig remains centered on keeping it handcrafted, but with industrial precision. This was what set his workshop apart from hundreds of commercial custom brands. In 2025, and Rides entered its 11th season. New episodes were still filmed at the Utah garage, maintaining steady viewership and positive reception. Staying visible on television helped Kindig retain its appeal while capturing the authentic rhythm of the team at work. Today, Kindig Design stands not just as a custom car workshop, but as a model for the American customization industry. The blend of advanced technology, traditional craftsmanship, and disciplined structure has turned it into a brand with influence far beyond national borders. The success seen today did not come overnight, long before the Riddler Award and the bright exhibition lights. There was a young craftsman quietly working in a small paint corner in Utah. That journey began in the 1990s, where the Kindig story truly began. The corner built an empire. Dave Kindig was born on February 6, 1971 in Salt Lake City, Utah. His childhood was filled with Hot Wheels cars and the habit of sketching vehicles on any scrap of paper he could find. That early passion soon shaped his sense of aesthetics and laid the foundation for his future career in design. In 1991, Dave began working at High Performance Coatings, a company specializing in metal surface treatment and automotive finishing. He handled everything from paint application and temperature control to material polishing. During this period, he mastered manual craftsmanship and gained a deep understanding of body construction. In a later interview, Dave recalled, "Tidwell and I started the business together in June 1999. I had been working for 8 years at High Performance Coatings." The statement summed up nearly a decade of preparation before he left his job to start his own venture. In 1999, at just 28, Dave and his friend Tidwell founded Kindig Design. He withdrew his entire 401k savings to purchase his first tools, a paint machine, fabrication equipment, and a small workspace barely large enough for a single car. That was the beginning of what would become an icon in the American custom car industry. The first shop was located in an old industrial area of Salt Lake City. Inside, Dave mixed paints by hand-tested finishes and personally completed every detail. He didn't hire many people, just 2 assistants and a closed space to keep dust out. Work often stretched late into the night to meet deadlines for early clients. The most memorable project of that time was an exhaust adjustment for a 1967 Camaro. Though it was a small contract, it taught Dave how to communicate and earn clients' trust through quality. From there, word-of-mouth recommendations began to spread the Kindig name beyond the neighborhood. Between 2000 and 2002, the garage started receiving interior customization and body restoration projects. Dave focused on paint and design lines, keeping his signature standard smooth, seamless, timeless. Every finished car was photographed and archived for future reference. According to Utah State Business Records, Kindig Design Incorporated was officially registered as a private company headquartered at 164 Hill, Salt Lake City. The legal registration helped the shop access materials and larger contracts from local suppliers. By 2003, the team had grown to 6 full-time employees. Dave personally managed design and quality control while his wife Charity began handling administration. This marked Kindig Design's transition from a small independent shop into a professional enterprise. The first 12 years came without spotlights or fame, but defined the entire operational structure of Kindig Design. Dave emphasized precision in every process from paint mixing to material testing, building the foundation for the major projects that followed. Looking back, he once told an audience that what made him proudest wasn't awards or television fame, but those days working alone in the small shop when every drop of paint on the floor had value. That line reflected the perseverance that sustained him for 3 decades. 25 years later, the garage doors in Salt Lake City still open to the familiar sound of metal and paint mist. Cars bearing the Kindig name now appear everywhere from Detroit to Monaco. Dave Kindig still walks slowly around each frame, his eyes studying every curve as he did on day one. Every completed project represents a small step in his philosophy, turning craftsmanship into art with the precision of engineering. From the cramped paint corner of 1999 to today's 2-story modern workshop, the journey is not only a story about cars, but also a testament to one man's belief in perfection. Now, when the garage lights go out, the gleaming curves still reflect the spirit of a craftsman who devoted his life to metal and color. The Kindig empire continues to grow, and the legacy of Dave Kindig, the man who shaped dreams into form, lives on in every car that bears his name. If you want to explore more of the machines created by Dave Kindig himself, stay tuned for upcoming episodes. Each video opens a door into a world of limitless creativity and engineering. Don't forget to subscribe and share to keep spreading the Kindig spirit where passion becomes legacy.